In recent years, the UN and countries have adopted several new sanctions against North Korea to stop their nuclear program. This will most likely hurt the economy of the country. Meanwhile, the economy in North Korea is by itself weak. So that made me questioning, will the economy of North Korea survive? Hey guys, hope you're doing great. Welcome to Econtube, the channel for people who are fascinated about economy like myself. If you're also one of them, remember to subscribe for more economic related content. That said, let's begin talking about the whole situation concerning the economy of North Korea. So, since 2006 there have been a large amount of sanctions imposed by countries such as the US, South Korea and Japan, as well as from the EU and the UN. The reason why it began back in 2006 was due to the fact that North Korea tested its first nuclear weapon at that time. And ever since, the country has kept going with different tests, which then has led to more sanctions. Generally, the sanctions affect the economy of the country, or more precisely, what goes into the country and what goes out. Some examples are that North Korea is banned from importing certain luxury goods. They can't export things such as coal, minerals, seafood, food, wood, textile and similar things. The UN has also set a gap for the country's labor export to other countries such as China. And finally, they aren't allowed to trade with arms and military equipment. All of this has caused that the Kim Jong-un regime might have lost a lot of wealth. Textile is, for instance, North Korea's second largest industry, and this export ban from the UN has been estimated to cost the country yearly around $800 million. Not only that, experts estimated that there are between 100,000 to 200,000 people who are employed in North Korea's textile factories. Therefore, a part of them can lose their job by this sanction. In a broader perspective, just the UN sanctions mark 90% of the publicly reported export products. Other than that, the country still struggles with high food shortage. According to the UN, the average person in North Korea only consumes 1640 calories daily, and that's below the 2000 calories point, which is what is recommended. Their GDP actually rose with 3.9% in 2016, but North Korea experts think it's partly due to their production and consumption in terms of military purposes. Another detrimental fact for the weak economy is that they are really dependent on China. In 2015, 83% of their exports went to that country, so the regime has to keep their friendship with them as good as possible, or else will it hurt the economy even further. To be more precisely, if we take the textile industry up again, then it is possible to label clothes as made in China, even though it's partly made in China and partly made in North Korea. With this, the industry still gets a bunch of sales despite the ban. However, if we assume that China doesn't want to cooperate or trade with North Korea as much as before, then they might not want to use this trick anymore. This will be catastrophic for the big industry in North Korea. Hearing all of this will probably make you think that the economy of North Korea is only going one way, and that's down. That might perhaps be the case in the long term, but in the short term North Korea's economy is still capable of surviving. This is firstly in behalf of smuggling illegal things in or out from countries such as China. Here the country receives essential fuel resources such as oil, concurrently with they also export stuff such as coal. Coal is actually also North Korea's biggest industry. Furthermore, North Korean researchers say that Kim Jong-un is more accepting of Western market activities than his father was. Actually, it is more or less possible nowadays in North Korea to found your own company where you can keep a part of its profit. Then again, North Korea is known for stifling the market economy, so it is unsure if they are onwards going to be more open for capitalism. Lastly, it is the citizens of North Korea who will probably suffer the most from the mentioned sanctions, and currently the state is willing to let them be in economic pain as long as possible. So, in the end of this video, I personally think it is possible for North Korea's economy to continue in this form, which means they can still keep going with the nuclear testing, but probably not for long, because the testing must stop eventually before something huge goes wrong. What do you think? Will the North Korea economy be the same in a year or two? Will it even survive, or can this even lead to a war? Let me know down in the comments below. When that is said, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like or dislike whether you like this video or not, and subscribe could also be awesome if you can supply one since I demand it. Anyway, see you next time.